students, welcome to Unit 3 of Module 18. In the earlier unit, we had discussed about the correlation. The major limitation of the correlation is based on the knowledge of one variable, we cannot predict the other variable. So to overcome the limitation of correlation, we will use yet another statistical technique called regression. Regression can be either linear regression or non-linear regression based on the data. In the present unit, we will be discussing about the simple linear regression. Let us come to the assumption of regression. First one is the two variable should be linear. The linear regression needs the relationship between the independent and dependent variables to be linear. That is, it should be described by a straight line. It is also important to check for outliers since linear regression is sensitive to outlier effects. Second one, multivariate normal. Distribution on variable x and y are normal or at least not badly skewed. Third one is homoscedasticity. Spread or scatter is the same for each column or row in the correlation table. Now, let us discuss how to compute the regression using the formula. The formula for regression is y dash is equal to a plus bx, in which y dash is predicted score on variable y, x is observed or obtained score on variable x. A and B are constants, that is, value of unit of change on variable x and value of unit of change on variable y. For example, in the case of previous correlation study, the obtained correlation on variable x and y is minus 0.94. Assuming that the assumption of regression is held true, regression for x and y can be computed by using the formula. Formula for regression is y dash is equal to a plus bx, where slope b of regression line is equal to the correlation r. Y is equal to intercept a of regression line. By substitution, the values from the table and assuming x is equal to 3 minutes, we will get the regression of 88.76 hours. From the above calculations, we can predict y dash 88.76 hours when we assume x is equal to 3 minutes. Now, we will come to the limitations of regression. It is assumed that the cause and effect relationship between the variables remains unchanged. This assumption may not always hold good, and hence estimation of the values of a variable made on the basis of the regression equation may lead to erroneous and misleading results. The second one is the functional relationship that is established between any two or more variables on the basis of some limited data may not hold good if more and more data are taken into consideration. For example, in case of the law of return, the law of diminishing return may come to play. Third one, it involves very lengthy and complicated procedure of calculations and analysis. Last one, it cannot be used in the case of qualitative phenomenon as in the case of media research because of the nature of the variables. In a simple regression, the prediction is restricted to only one variable. If the general assumption of regression hold true and more than one dependent variable, that is DV, are present, one could use multiple regression. Thank you.